Hello guys, have a good time. I am Behan, and I am with you with the third Python language training session. In the previous session, I told how to install and run the Visual Studio Code program, and in this session, we will examine the types of data. Well, we can divide the types of data into different parts. For example, the number of employees of a company are numbers between 1 and 2, or the name and surname of a person. In Python, integers are specified with integers. Decimal numbers are represented with floats, and strings are used for writing and any other strings. To find out what our data type is, we use the type command. Well, let's run some examples together in the software and get to know how it works. I write a print command and write a series of letters inside it and execute it. As you can see, our word is displayed correctly here. Now I write the same print command, and inside it, I also write the type command and write the value of the number 9 and execute it. As you can see, the data type related to the number 9 is written here, which is an integer. Well, now we copy the same line of code again and write it again, and instead of the number 9, we change it to the number 6.5 and run it again to see the result. As you can see, the data type corresponding to the number 6.5 is written here, which is a float. We copy the same line of code again and write it again, and instead of 6.5, we change it to 5j and run it again to see the result. As you can see, here the data type related to 5j is written, which is a complex. We copy the same line of code again and write it again and change it to bytech instead of 5j, and run it again to see the result. As you can see, the type of data related to bytech is written here, which is a string. Well, let's use their symbols for mathematical operators. For example, we write addition with a positive sign, subtraction with a negative sign, multiplication with an asterisk sign, and division with a slash sign, and division with a slash sign. Now I will do an example for each. I write the print command and add the number 5 to the number 6 inside it and execute it and look at the result. I do the same thing again and divide the number 6 by the number 2, execute it, and look at the result. An important point is that it always returns a float for division. Well, we do the same for the rest of the cases, and we can look at their results. Okay, we will finish this session, and in the next session, I will teach you about mathematical operators. Until the next meeting, I hope you have a good day.